Manchester United, who were once champions, lost all their players in one shot. For 5 years they struggled, fighting relegation, trying to find a path again, until a 15-year-old rose from the ashes, George Best. The snow fell silently in the runaway in Munich, 1958. The Manchester squad were ready to take off, but what they didn't know, that this would be the last flight they would ever take. The worst part is that the pilots hesitated twice, but still took off. 23 players on board, 23 dead. Manchester United were never the same again. 5 years after the disaster, Sir Matt Busby sends a telegram. I think I just found a genius. You see, George Best wasn't just a player, it was a resurrection. Manchester United were breathing again. At only 18 years old, he was already in the first team. He was carrying the weight of a broken club. Then came Lisbon, 1966. George Best faces Eusebio. Within 11 minutes, George Best scores twice, leaves Eusebio in the dust. George Best started to get so famous that he was considered the fifth Beatle. A new icon was now born. The only man to survive the 1968 crash was Bobby Charlton. He was now joined with George Best, and then Dennis Law joins Manchester United from Torino. They now had the Holy Trinity: George Best, Bobby Charlton, Dennis Law. They carried Manchester United at the European final at Wembley. Manchester United was back. George Best, only 22, extra time, opens the score in a very tight game, and then they go on to score 3 more. In 5 years they went from losing their whole team to being European champion. Football officially had their first superstar, and his name was George Best. That year he scored 37 goals and he won the Ballon d'Or. Long hair, velvet jackets, women screaming his name. He was living up to being the fifth Beatle, but unfortunately with fame comes temptation. George drank a lot, partied even more, and disappeared often. The genius who rebuilt Manchester United was being consumed by the chaos he created. By 26 years old, he already announced his retirement twice, and by 27 years old, he was already gone from Manchester United. George Best was just a star that was burning way too fast. From then on, he went to LA, Hong Kong, Australia. He played everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Legend of George Best was slowly becoming a tale. His fast lifestyle caused him to lose his health. In his 30s, George Best was already in and out of the hospital. And in 2005, at only 60 years old, George Best is gone. The man that revived Manchester United, the genius who brought beauty back to Manchester, lived way too fast for this world.